bum, bum. The Monkey. So I've been to see this tonight. James, you saw it earlier.
I saw it on Tuesday. I went to a secret screening in Cineworld, so I saw it a few days early.
Okay. Oh, I've gone. You start what often? What did you think of?
We'll just do non-spoilers because it's just out today. So this is from Osgood Perkins, who did Longlegs movie that both of us I think liked, but I liked more than you. I would say would be fair. Yeah, I thought this was great. I think it's at its best when it is following the format of there's this monkey and it's supposedly cursed and people die in weird circumstances around it. I think that's when the movie's at its strongest. It does like have a kind of a sort of a twist or a pivot story-wise in the midsection. And so the back half, I think, is like interesting story-wise, but I think it's not the strength of the movie. The strength of the movie is that kind of the first kind of half of it where it is just a weird monkey that's killing people, so I think it is very like Longlegs in the sense that I did have a sense of kind of dread whenever the monkey's around. Like I found it kind of suspenseful. But I just thought it was really funny as well. Like there was a lot of surprising kind of shots in it. Some characters kind of very immature in it. That I was surprised by the dialogue from them. I think the cast is phenomenal as well. There's some actors I wasn't expecting in it, like Tatiana Maslany is the mom in it. You have Elijah Wood show up at a point in it as well. Theo James is excellent as the lead. So I think this is a really, really great time, really fun movie.
Yeah.
You didn't like it?
I don't know. This one's really hard. I went into this, haven't seen the trailers, loved the trailers, thought this was going to be right up my street. Absolutely agree with you. The monkey elements, the stuff that I loved, I did feel a sense of dread with the monkey. It's creepy. It's really, really interesting. The humor works at times, other times just pulls us out of the film. This film, I don't think it knows whether it wants to be a comedy or a horror or what. There's some truly horrific deaths, which I love.
Oh my God, yes, some shocking stuff in this, yeah.
Some of them are like super fast and you get kind of glimpses of them, but that works really well. Other times it just felt a bit laboured. I don't know. It wasn't as groundbreaking and superb as I really wanted it to be. I went to see this late afternoon, so 5 o'clock or whatever it was. This is the first movie in a hell of a long time where my wife has actually put her head on my shoulder and gone to sleep. It just, because there's periods where it's like you're literally sitting, and I don't know if it's, I don't want to say it's not got good kills and things, so it absolutely has, and they come at a good pace. But there's something about the pacing in between that at times, which just feels like it's like dragging, and you're like, just come on, just move on to the next bit.
I will acknowledge that the movie's only 90 minutes, and I came out of it and I swore it was like 2 hours 10. Yeah. So like it is very slow paced, like particularly like the kind of opening. It's probably only 15 minutes, but it felt like half an hour of the movie is like them as kids.
Yeah,
the main character's a kid. So I felt like that went on a bit long, you know. So I understand what you're saying about the pace of it, but yeah.
I mean, you mentioned like Elijah Wood there, and again, this kind of speaks to what I mean about the tone of the movie, not really knowing where it's going and stuff. That entire scene is about the guy potentially losing his kid, and it's just weird. It's played for like a really bizarre kind of dynamic between the two dads and stuff. And it's like, what the hell?
There is, I in terms of like taking you out of the movie, I will agree, because there's a joke later on towards the end that involves like a music kind of build up that gets like sudden. It's very Marvel-y, almost like it gets cut off. Yeah. And then it builds up again, it gets cut off, and it's just like this is like the kind of thing I like a film student would put in their short film kind of thing. So I get what you're saying, but I think this is like going for, it's a dark comedy, like it's not with horror elements. It's not a horror, like a scary horror movie. It's not supposed to be.
I will say, I love the concept of the monkey. I love the idea behind the movie. So I would like to see more from it, if that makes sense. I would like to see more in this universe, what happens next or what's happened before and things like that, because it does leave some questions unanswered. but yeah, it was good. It wasn't great for me.
Would you have preferred if it was like in the vein of a Final Destination or something, where it was just a straight horror, there was no comedy really in it, like maybe significantly toned down the comedy?
Um, I think I would have. I think I would have liked the deaths to be a bit more lingering for some of them. We see it in a couple of deaths, a couple of kind of Final Destination almost kind of things happening, but
Yeah.
then others happen very quickly and things. And to be fair, I don't know if maybe that's part of the problem, that a lot of the deaths, it's not like watching a traditional horror movie. I've got no connection with any of these people. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I have no
Yeah.
connection to any of the characters that are dying, so I don't
Yeah,
really
there's even like a
care.
montage, isn't there, at one point?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. That's fair. I get that. Okay. Yeah, like I think I would probably put it on the same level of Long Legs for me. Like I think we don't usually score things, but I think like around 8.5 was around where I was sitting at with this. Like I don't think it's amazing. I think there was some great stuff in it. And I just had a smile on my face watching. I just thought it was great. But like 100%, the first half of the movie, half to 2/3 before the kind of not tonal, but like the story shift in it was definitely the strength of the movie.
See, that's interesting because I probably like the end better.
Well, I mean, it goes wild. It goes wild, like the last 15-20 minutes of the movie. So like, I thought that was really interesting as well.
There's no getting away from the fact, though, that the monkey itself is creepy, and
Yeah.
when it grins and it starts playing the drum and stuff, there is definitely as a concept and as a kind of a thing that you can move into other movies and other franchises. I like that. I do like that.
Think we'll get the monkey too.
I hope so. To be honest, I would watch more. I think it's a good start to a franchise.
Another thing, just a side note, I found like the setting of the movie sort of like you couldn't really place when it was like, it's set modern day, but like the when they were kids, it feels like it's the 50s or 60s.
Yeah.
Do you know? And then the modern day feels like it's the 90s or something like that. Like people have CTR
it,
televisions. And
It does give you the date. Is it not 1999 or something? It's the year of the.
it is. The flashback is 1999, and then so modern day was 25 years later, so it's 2024.
No, I thought it was whatever year of the monkey is when it's set in like the later part of the film.
No, I think that's the flashback. That's when they're kids.
I'm not sure. I think because
it's
when
set modern day,
because the monkey disappears for a while, and when they rediscover it, it says it's the year of the monkey, and it kind of comes back then. Anyway, maybe we'll rewatch.
But anyway, my understanding was that the them as adults, the latest part of the movie setting is modern day, but it feels like it's 90s or 50s or whatever. It was odd. Kind of interesting, but like not
interesting bit at the very end as well, mind. Which there's, again, no spoilers, but there's something happens when they're driving away. So
yeah. I laughed. Right. It was interesting.
Yeah, and then have to say, if you are going to see this, there isn't a post-credit scene, but it's got nothing to do with the movie. It's a trailer.
It's a trailer for the Osgood Perkins' next film.
Yeah.
Which looked interesting. If I had known you were going to see it, I probably would have put a slide in that to talk about that maybe. But we'll do it next episode.
So that's the monkey. Let me know what you think of that if you have seen it.